Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Uh, as you can see, it's back to winter. We're going almost into April. I had to put the wool back on. It's only about 0 degrees today with the wind chill. Just got some snow last night, but I just wanted to check an area. Right now, you're going to be going on an extreme challenge right now with me. What I did, periodically I'll go way up north and I'll go to these areas where supposedly there isn't many deer per square mile. The density is very low, the habitat is different. And what I did is I looked on an aerial photograph of the areas and I just sort of scanned over them to see if anything catches my eye worthwhile for me to go up and check it out. It's a wonderful challenge, especially in the spring like this, just to see if you can find a buck, just a nice buck somewhere up there. And as you can see what the woods are like, the habitat is totally different up here. I mean, look around here. What you see is just birch and popple, popple, aspen everywhere. When I looked on the map, I didn't see anything other than a lot of woods, tons of woods, and not much in the way of waterways. A couple of streams, creeks that look like down below. And the only thing that brought me to this area is if I was to hunt this, I'd look at one aspect of it. I saw two little natural openings. Now, these natural openings are like a hidden gem in some areas. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. But I've had some really good success finding these little natural openings that could be only an acre, 2 acres, 3 acres in one little area in the middle of the woods. Nice little grassy areas. But the sad part is a lot of the trees are growing into these areas. They're not kept open enough. And in the spring, the does love them. They come in during lactation and they browse on the grass, the lush vegetation that's growing into these little fields. And also in the summer, they come into that area to get away from the bugs, the deer flies, the horse flies. They come out there and they actually bed down in those little openings. They're worth gold, but they're hard to find. And on that aerial, I noticed there was two little openings in the middle of nothing, just flat area. And I thought, well, let me go check it out, see if I can at least find them. So that's what I'm doing. Now, yesterday, I started this expedition and I found one of the openings. It took me almost all day, but I found one and it came up empty. I thought, I'm not going to waste a video on it. There was nothing. No buck sign whatsoever around the whole thing, back of the woods around it, anything like that. The only thing I came across was one fresh wolf track. In fact, it just snowed there yesterday and like here, and it was just, he was right ahead of me. So I got on his track for a while, and believe it or not, I caught up to him in a swamp. I just saw a glimpse of him. I think I got a picture of his tracks. That was it. But anyway, so this morning, here we are again. I'm on to the second little opening to see if I can find it. I know it sounds odd and strange, but it is an incredible challenge. If you still feel like coming up to these areas, are the bucks there? They're scattered. The deer are scattered. I found a couple tracks here and there. Trails just dissipate into nothing. Pretty hard to find their bedding areas, if anything. But all I'm focusing on, I don't care if there's thousands of acres of just this kind of woods, this habitat. I'm just focusing on trying to find these openings. That's my first hope in it, because I'll tell you why. A couple years back, I found one of these, and I saw an active scrape on the edge of it, and I waited till about the end of October, right around Halloween, and it was sort of snowy, wet morning, and I was supposed to quit at noon. The weather was so supposedly going to subside about then. So I went in, I was settled in about 1 o'clock in the afternoon in this little opening overlooking a scrape. At 3 o'clock, I had my buck. It was done. The only catch to that story, I never got out of there till midnight, dragging that dang thing out of there. So there is a catch to this. If you find an area like that, it may be worth it to you, but good luck getting them out. But anyway, so the point is, sometimes you can hook in on one of these. And up in this area where there is low density of deer, you need any little diversity in their habitat just to have an attraction for you to pursue this. And this is all I got going up in this area. The first one, it didn't work out. I could tell you it right away. This one, hopefully, I don't know. I think I'm going the right direction. I don't have a sunlight today to tell me, but I'm hoping to go in a southwest direction. And if I can hook up on a trail, because usually the deer trails will tell you, they'll dictate where they're going, either to water, bedding, or food. So what we're going to do here, we're going to stay on these trails, like I said, and hopefully I can find one of these little openings. Now the point is, some of these areas you can bypass them real easy. You can walk right past them because they're so small. They may only be a half an acre, maybe an acre at the most. And if there's enough trees around it, sometimes you won't even see them. So what we're going to do at this point, we're going to go take a look and see if I can continue on my way and try to find this last one, okay? And see what happens. So let's take it from that point and we'll keep in touch as we go. Okay, see what I mean? I'm on a deer trail. It's pretty hard to see with the fresh snow. It's just a light trail that goes through here. I'm going to follow him. They're running along this ridge, it looks like. But see what I mean? Miles of just brush. Look at that. You know, it wouldn't hurt. I don't know how the market is for logging, but boy, if they took some of this out, just let the sunlight in, get some lush vegetation, improve your woody stem count. That's all it would take in some of these areas to get some of this popple out of here. Boy. Well, we're going to have to bust through here and continue along this ridge. And we'll just go along and see what we come up with. Well, we're quite a ways into it this morning here. Up and down through some of the ridges here. So I was surprised there. Actually, see, that's the difference. You have to actually walk some of these areas to get an idea what the woods actually look like. You can only see so much on a map. But when you get down in there, you wouldn't believe that there's little valleys and hills like this. She's opening up just a tad, if you notice. Little valley coming through here, but no opening yet. I don't know what to tell you. I've got to try to hook on to some defined trail if I can. I'm going to go through this area over here and see if we can pick up on the trail going up through those hills. Well, I came out of this little elder swamp here. Didn't see any rubs here or anything like that. Going to go up in those hills. But do you see what I see? There's something unusual up there. It looks like something that was excavated or something happened years ago or whatever it may be. It just don't look right. Let's go check up there. Maybe we're onto something. That doesn't look right, does it? Yeah, we'll go check. We're getting closer. That's a pretty steep hill, I was surprised. Could this be that opening? Boy, if it is, it's going to be one heck of a celebration, I'll tell you that. It's been one long journey. Well, you guys tell me, what do you think? I'll be darned. I think we found it. Wow, yeah, up we go. Sure, I bet this was years ago, an old logging stand. What they do here is just a site where they dropped their logs years and years ago. Wow. Holy, tired. But if you notice, just like I was telling you, see this one too? Look at how it's growing up. Well, just like the other one, let's see if there's any activity here. Boy, there sure isn't much for trails in areas that I could see, even with the snow. See, more popples are starting to grow in. Hey, 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 hey. Hold on to your hat. I just caught a glimpse of something. Just caught a glimpse. You are not going to believe it. I'll be dang. You see that rub right there? Oh, gosh. We hit a home run. All this work. Oh, gosh, that's freaking great. Look at old historical rubs here. Look at there. Oh, my. Oh, look at, there's his trail. Goes right up and over, back over. Hard to tell, I know that probably with this, but I can see it going right up over that hill, right there. Look at these. Oh, sure, they've been, now see, they like this or something. So obviously there's some does hanging around here in the fall. See, little historical rubs. But they're doing this all the time through the years. See those right there? Hard to tell. I'll be darned. Little staging area. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. We hit a home run, guys. We hit a home run. Look at that. Look at that right there. I'll be darned. Sure. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Up in that area right there. Oh, he's coming up, coming up. Oh, he's got something behind him, I'd have to say. All right, what else we got cooking here? Okay, so we had one last fall here staging. You can just picture what he's doing. Now see, there's those pines. Now see this trail going into those? I don't know if you remember. Take a look at my part 1, where I was down in that cutover area. It had somewhat the same scenario. It had a little grove of pines in the bottom there. And I put up a licking branch. I showed you on the video there. And there was a rub in that pines itself. They stand in there like more or less like an ambush site itself, you know. And what do you think he's doing? The same thing up here. They just have that habit. Now he's going right into those pines and he's waiting around to see who comes through. Look at this trail. But see how these are growing up? Oh, it's a shame too, you know. Nice little openings. They're worth so much. Look over there, I see some action too. Let's follow this trail in here a little bit and see. Oh man, he was mad. He was mad. Check that out. Oh, he's got something behind him. Whoa. He just brutally beat that up. My gosh. Wow. Wow. He beat this up. He tore the crap out of it. Look at this. See what I mean? He could just go through here, nice and open. Hard to tell with the snow. I was hoping no snow so we could find some scrapes. He might have one right here. No, don't look like it. Let's see what he's got. Now see, this is it. Just one little grove of pine. They love these in these openings. Oh, this is dynamite. And guys, we're up in the middle of nowhere here. But this buck comes through here. I hope he's the same one next year. Oh, sure, he's got a scrape here. I could tell because look at these branches. He chewed them off. I don't know if you can tell. See that? See that? See that right there? Right under here, under that snow, he's got something. I just did that with my foot to see. Sure, he had one right here. He just stands here and looks out. Let's see a little farther yet. He's got a trail going through there. He's got a whole network. See now, here's what he's seeing. He can spot anything coming through the area. Any does, what have you. Pokes through. Oh, sorry. It's pretty brushy through here. He pokes through. And that's your little opening. That's it. Now you see it yourself. It's only, what, maybe a couple acres at the most. All right, so let's go back out here. I saw something else that he was doing. I want to check that out. Oh, this is sweet. Look at that wind. Boy, it's cold out here, guys. It's about 0 or so. Look at that. Oh, I like that. He ate that up. He's no forkhorn, I'll tell you that much. He's got something behind him. And out he goes and over the hill. Down actually to where we were. Let's slide over here. This is his little back corner. Now who sees him? But see, he likes that protection. They like to go in there for some reason. See? Every little direction. This is his corner. Rubs right there. This is his little corner right here. See? See what he sees? He just parades back and forth. He owns this whole corner of this little opening. Look at this. He just beat the heck out of it all. Man, he just beat it up. He's one mean dude, I'll tell you that much. Well, now you see what I mean, guys? You can't really, it's a fine line on when you want to give up and when not to. After yesterday, I was a little dejected because I just couldn't find anything. I finally found that opening, but there was nothing there. Do you pack it in and go home? Or do you try for that last shot? This was the last shot. One little opening like this. It doesn't take much. But the point is, all I want to show you is that all the different diverse scenarios that we have in our habitat for hunting some of these bucks. Now up here, obviously, you're going to just go after that buck only. I mean, there isn't a variety of them. It just isn't happening. You're not in an agricultural area right now. You're taking one deer at a time, and that's it. It's an excellent, excellent challenge if you want it. Now, I think what I will do, though, I'm going to put a camera out here. I'm just curious. I'll just let the camera soak and just see what happens throughout the summer, towards fall, see what happens. But a lot of these areas like this, they're only here for a temporary time during the rut. What I've experienced in my other areas of natural openings, I've had them only for maybe a couple days, maybe a week, and that's it, gone, never to be seen again. I don't see them all summer. I don't see them just during the rut. They're here, they stage, and they get out, do their business, and get out. That's it. So timing is everything. You have to have the perfect conditions for them to be here. I had an area like this once where it was raining, and I mean raining. I didn't hunt. I thought, well, it's a good time for me to go check the camera. Like an idiot, I go out there and check the camera, and here is this gorgeous 8-pointer in the pouring rain, standing there looking at me. What'd I do? I just went back. I hunted him 2 days later. I never saw him again. That's how tricky it is. But when you find a place like this, hold on to it. It's worth it. Whatever you get out of it, but this is, to me, is a challenge that is undescribable. And in a spring like this is like a hunt to me. We found something. Look at this. Now the point is that if you hit an area like this, you're going to have to really take your time and be patient with it. You can't be despondent like I could have been. I could have said, it isn't worth it. I'm not coming back here. But they are here. In spite of all you hear and see and read, there's still some deer in different areas in our northern Wisconsin. They're there. You just got to work for some of them. This type of habitat can only sustain so many deer, just my opinion. I see a habitat like this with all poplar. There's no understory. There's not much food value. They got to keep moving to feed, to browse. It just, they can only hold so much. If they had an overpopulation, you had a bad winter, they'd die. It's that simple. But they are here, like you see. It's just a matter of doing it. So I'm going to put a camera out here. But before I leave, I want to ask you guys something as a question here. I want you to comment on one particular item that I'm looking at. When I showed the last 4 or 5 videos, I gave you different types of scenarios on where to hunt for these bucks. Whether it be in a bog, whether it be in a cutover area, acorns, could be a bedding area, or it could be something like this. I want to know from you on comments, which one of these areas on my videos would you like to hunt? Just curious. Which one is your type of, the type of feeling that you would get where I'm satisfied being here? That's what I'm looking. I'm just looking for comments to see where you would appreciate really hunting out of all these videos that I've shown you so far. After this one here, I think I'll be going back into an area I haven't been. Big open highland, big open hills, and I don't know what you can find there. Maybe nothing, but it's just fun to get out. So guys, from that point on, let me know what you think. And I'm going to hang up the camera and get out here and warm up. So take care and appreciate you watching.